Right. So don't really use those words until you really understand what God is and what it means to say God.
Yes, or if you're going to use that word, such words without knowing the truth of them, then you would be using them very light-handedly, not having any strength of opinion in it or rootedness in it, but more of a realization of not really having much in the use of the word.
I see. Okay, and I've got one more word, and I'm going to ask you a question after this that I ask all my guests. I hope you don't mind.
Okay.
Core splitting honesty. Hello?
Gosh, that's quite a quite a thing. Honesty on its own is already a profound concept, whereas something like core splitting honesty is being honest all the way right to one's core, which means that if there's a core splitting kind of honesty, then there isn't anything in which you can be bought. That there's no way at all in which you're venal. Then your honesty within really does go all the way to the deepest root. And having such honesty would enable you to move right into your own interior.
I see. And that is the essence, really.
It is, because without that kind of honesty, you can start to approach your interior, but as soon as there's something that causes an apprehension or a fear of what you may see that you don't want to see, then that will stop your approach within, and then immediately you'll be obfuscating and hiding what it is that you don't want to see and making it about something other than what it really is. So then a lie is created just to cover the discomfort. Whereas with core-splitting honesty, there's no such distorted activity within. It's just awareness going straight in.
It's difficult to do that. It's really, really difficult to be absolutely honest with yourself in every way from inside. I mean, just that thought alone, I could spend the next 2 years, 5 years struggling to do that. That. And have you found that? Are you at that stage?
Well, it's not difficult to be that honest within. It could be said that it's very difficult to not be that honest within, because every step you make, you have to cover some measure of dishonesty within the step. So there'll be a mix in everything. So you're always having to cover for yourself and explain yourself in a way that is less than accurate. So there's a lot of energy in putting forward a projection of yourself that isn't accurate to what you actually and honestly are at present within.
Wow. Okay. Look, John, I'd love to talk more. I've got a question to ask, and I know that you're pressed for time because it's 10 to 9 here, and I know it's 10 to 2 in Canada, and you've got a meeting to go to.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to ask you, and I'll just ask you it, and you can react to it, obviously, as truthfully as you want to. And I wasn't honest, because I said we'll be back in 2 minutes, and I spent longer than 2 minutes, so I've got to work on that. If you had power for 1 hour, what would you do?
Exactly what I'm doing now.
Which is?
Moving within the very core of my interior and coming from that in how I am toward others, and doing what I can to meet people from an actual intimacy of being.
Excellent, great. And I'll say it again, you can catch John, not catch, he'll be there for 4 days, from Thursday, April the 15th to Sunday, April the 18th, at the Students' Union, Winston Theatre. I think it's on the second floor, Queen's Road in Clifton, and the meetings will be held at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. this weekend coming, so you've got plenty of time, and that's great. Lots of thoughts around there. I can feel a poem brewing. So, John, thanks so much. And
well, thank you so much as well,
yes.
Milo. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank Pasquale and Mary and Carla and Tim as well for sorting this all out, and the phone calls we were making, the text messages, and the books that got sent, in 24 hours. Brilliant. And I hope to see. I'm going to come up at the weekend and get some more. It seems like you can chuck any question at you and you've got a profound answer. That's great.
Well, it'll be nice to meet you then.
I mean, do people do that in the meetings? Can they just come up and ask you a question? Is that how it works?
People come up to a questioner chair and take the microphone, as I have my own, and then we engage in a dialogue. And
I noticed that I was watching a CD, and I'll let you go now, and you took at least 10 seconds to answer, and I thought, oh, nice, you can have the interview on the radio like that. What was that about?
It's different. When I'm speaking to someone in person in a meeting, they'll ask a question, and then I'll proceed not directly into answering the question, but to meeting them on a profound level. So within that connection, there's really a lot happening, even though on the surface things are quiet for 10 seconds first.
Right. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, Ron, it's absolutely great, and thanks for taking the time. I know you've got a meeting and you're a very busy man to go to, and it's been great to have you on the show and to briefly discuss what we discussed and look at those words. That was great, and hopefully I'll see you at the weekend.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, Milo. Take care.
You too. Thank you. Bye. Okay, we got a little bit of a good man by India Irie to come out with that. That was John Ruiter, as I said, speaking this Students' Union this weekend coming at the times that I said, 2 p.m, 7 p.m, Thursday the 15th of April to Sunday, April the 18th. Great food for thought, for writers, for poets. The stuff in his work is like poetry, and it's a little deep, it's a little heavy on Sunday morning, Sunday evening, but we need to think about these things, and I don't know. It's just the stuff he was saying. I could have sat here and talked all night.